What am I saying again, John?
So, hi, my name's Ryan Shelton.
Ryan Shelton.
From the television.
Yep. Okay. Hi, my name's Ryan Shelton from the television and the radio and the internet. And I'm going to be on screenplaysunday.com.
My name is Josh Janssen, and welcome to Screenplay Sunday. Each week, we take a random script written especially for the show and invite a bunch of mates to do a table read. Today, I'm joined by host of One Trick Tony, Tony Lodge, my co-host of the daily talk show, Tommy Jackett, the producer of Too Much Tully, Jess Lucas, Hump Day Replay star Georgie Boy, and television writer, producer, and co-host of the Resilience Project podcast, Ryan Shelton. Make them welcome.
Oh, it's so nice.
And yeah, it was amazing.
Through the roof.
It's amazing how you can ad-lib these days, Josh Janssen. It's crazy.
It's my first time trying to script a podcast. How did it feel? Natural?
It was great. I loved it.
Real natural. Real natural.
Okay. Hey,
your voice was slightly high, but it was
okay. Good. I think it was the anxiety, to be honest. I
think the anxiety sounds good. Don't change that. It sounds really good.
Okay, good. The last table read that you were involved in, Ryan, what was it?
I did one actually last week, a Zoom one, for a show called Metrosexual.
Okay, great.
Right.
Which they did a season 1 of it, and it was on. I think it was on like 9 now and something, but it's like a well, they describe it as like Parks and Rec but set in a sexual health clinic.
Oh, great.
So that's the vibe. So they're writing season 2, so we did this read through the other day.
I mean, at this point I can say that I was on a table read last weekend, and that was where the idea for this podcast started, but I feel like I've got no sort of bone in this fight. Can you just explain to us what the setting of a writer's like a table read, what the vibe is, not on Zoom, so not in the modern day in lockdown. What does it look like normally?
Yeah. Well, the most, I haven't done heaps of them, but the most impressive one I did was for The Wrong Girl, which was that Channel 10 show that lasted a couple of seasons, and that was like a proper big Channel 10 show that they had network execs at. They need to make it impressive, and there's so many people there. So it was like I would see in a film about this. It was like this massive like horseshoe table set up, and everyone had like the scripts printed out and laid out in front of them, and then your name and a bottle of water, and it was like very Hollywood,
Was it Evian?
That was
like what
really
sort of
cool.
water was it?
No. I don't think so. I think it would have been Novian, whatever the worst version of that is.
Coolridge. Actually, Coolridge is
I think it
still...
probably would have been Coolridge.
Yeah.
Are you a big index card guy, Ryan?
I definitely buy them, but I don't use them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, you are so similar, you and Ryan, Josh.
No, we have a lot of similarities.
No, I reckon we have a lot of similarities like that.
Yeah.
Buying
we've got the same keyboard.
that we think will make us. Yeah, I can't. Well, that's all we need to say.
Yeah.
Same person.
Well, Ryan's is a few levels up from yours.
Yeah. It's a bit longer. It's part of a Kickstarter
6
campaign.
levels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got a have you got like the number pad thing on yours?
Nah, mate. TKL.
Okay.
TKL, for those who know, it's 10 key less. So you take anyway. Blah blah blah. You all know that.
Josh, so how are we playing the Screenplay Sunday podcast episodes?
Yeah. Okay. So what's going to happen is every single week there's going to be a new script. There'll be a different lineup. We might keep, TJ, you'll stay, GB, you'll stay. But then we'll have a bit of a rotation of Jess, Tony, Ryan. There'll be different guests in those spots. And so what I still need to work out is I called Ryan yesterday and I said, now, can you write a script? What should I do? And Ryan was like, mate, you just asked me to come on the podcast. I didn't realise I was producing the thing. And so Ryan...
well, I think, Josh, it's like, I mean, the probably the way that it's kind of like, and not that I wouldn't do this, but it's like how if someone just said to you, hey, can you quickly edit a video? And then you go like, yeah. It's like, yeah, you know how you edit videos. Can you just edit a video for tomorrow? Sure. It's like that.
Or it's even like being invited to a wedding and then saying, hey, mate, do you mind bringing your camera and filming the whole ceremony?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
And so anyway, I realised that when I asked you, I sort of said, look, you can put a 45-minute limit on it, which I don't know if it's
I like
any better.
that. Yeah. No, I think that's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that would be fun.
Okay.
But then the audience would have to know. The problem with doing that, though, even if the audience know that you only had 45 minutes to write it, it doesn't mean that they're more forgiving if it's shit. Like they still don't like it if it's even though it only took 45 minutes. It's still
Tony,
you still want it to be good.
Tony, have you been in any play? Did you in school? Did you do any sort of performance?
Yeah, I did. I did a couple of Shakespeare's, but obviously this is like a more elite level of,
sure.
We're playing with the big dogs here. This has taken you quite some time to write.
Well, talking about big dogs, we've got Jess, who is dressed as a hot dog. Jess, why are you dressed as a hot dog?
So I've just come from a trivia night. So I just thought I'd bring my costume over because I hear it's relevant.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's sort of true. I've made it relevant. So what we decided was that for today's episode, I'll write the script. But then after it, depending on how this goes, how you guys feel, we can then work out what the mechanism can be every single week in regards to generating a script. So if you go to your inboxes now, you'll find a PDF, and I didn't use the BCC function. So Ryan, you have Tony's email address and vice versa. So feel free to reply all and sort of get into a bit of banter afterwards.
This is great. Okay, God, so good networking with you guys.
Professional.
And so,
okay,
you'll see the script. Let me know when you've all got it up.
That was so professional.
Yes.
I mean,
so
can I just say,
yes.
First page, first bit of feedback. Address and phone number are on there, but they're not filled out. So
yeah,
which is
great feedback, George.
I mean, that was definitely an oversight. I did panic, so I wrote this 2 hours before we're recording this and got pissed off at the shitty program. So I did do the investment of $230 on Final Draft, which this is what I've done. I have made the purchase on my personal credit card, and what I'm hoping is that we can get enough advertising dollars on Screenplay Sunday that any money can go towards paying for my license. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, as a director of the company, I say that's appropriate. Okay. But anything beyond that pays for Jess's outfits that we're going to put her in every single week.
Tony?
I have
If
three
that
more,
doesn't
so it's
work
okay.
out though, that doesn't work out though, are you going to do a whip round and ask all of us to pay for it?
Yeah, definitely. 100%. But I think we'll give us even if it's just $5 a week, that's all it takes, and I'm happy to sort of wear the interest on that.
Are you asking us to sponsor a child?
What is this? It's very similar. And
it's worth saying though that there are free programs that are pretty much exactly the same as Final Draft.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Final Draft specifically is when you press enter and being able to press the C key and bring up character, it's very, very easy.
The best.
You need that.
And so from a speed perspective,
it's worth about $230.
Yep.
I think each week there should be sort of some rules around whether we're giving feedback before we've even read through the script. Like when you're in a table read, is there feedback happening, Ryan, before you've even got to the script, or is that a bit taboo to do?
Well, there's. I don't. Well, what would you give feedback on though?
I mean, address and phone number, straight out. Just,
right.
Hey,
yeah.
For sure. New girl. What was it? New girl. New girl.
Wrong girl.
Wrong girl. Sorry. I got it wrong. You wouldn't give the wrong girl writers just a bit of feedback at the table. So let's give Josh more respect, George. Pull your head in.
And so just to explain, so everyone has a role. I don't have a role. I decided just remove my ego from the whole thing. And so the characters...
Although the front page says written by Josh.
and it is hosted by me.
The same type setting as the title itself. And you've done you've made the dramatic move of putting a space between written by and your name. That's a conscious decision. It's like written by, drum roll, Josh Janssen.
And so... today, the characters, Dale will be played by Ryan Shelton. Wendy will be played by Tony Lodge. Samantha will be played by Jess Lucas. The busker, did I spell busker right? We'll find out, is played by Georgie Boy. And Tommy Jacket will be playing the role of Simon. And the big print will be read by Georgie Boy. And yeah, just to
why not you, Josh?
Well, George didn't get many lines. So.
Okay.
It's a sympathy.
Yeah, and I just to be honest, the anxiety of reading it out. I can. Okay. What do you think? Should I be reading the big print?
Totally up to you. Totally.
What do you think, George?
I'll read it.
Yeah, okay, great.
Of the ego in George.
Don't you take that away from me.
How would they normally decide, Ryan, who reads the big print?
In the professional ones, they'll hire an actor to come in specifically to read the big print.
Okay,
yeah.
So I've hired George.
Oh, okay.
I mean, imagine getting that role. It's
a bit of a kick in the teeth.
Can we one week get someone we've never met before and we're just paying them? I'm happy to put some money into that.
Okay, great. Once we've paid final draft.
Yeah.
Okay, and George, any questions before we get started?
Can I suggest a format point that we could trial, even if we don't trial it today? Like it could be considered for future Screenplay Sundays. That based solely on the title, we could guess what the premise is.
I love that.
Yeah, you can do that. And so,
that's
Tony,
fun.
let's start with you. Tony, what do you think the premise is based on the title, which is The Secret?
It's got to be someone sitting somewhere with a butt plug in and no one else knows.
Damn, took mine.
Like it's I'm going to lock that straight in. I think there's just no way that it's not that. Yeah.
Okay, great. Tommy?
Mm-hmm. Just based on the characters, I haven't read what they actually say. I think this is quite a nostalgic script for Josh Janssen because there was a kid named Dale who used to smell, and this is sort of like fast forward 30 years and now Dale's a grown up.
Well, Dale didn't smell. No, we went on a flight once. There's a certain smell which smells like a dirty bum, and there was a boy that we met on a trip going to Thailand, and the boy was going on his first big holiday with his mum, and there was just him sitting so long on the plane. There was a certain smell, and so Bree and I labelled that. It smells like Dale, but no, it's got nothing to do with Dale. It seems sort of mean now that you bring it up. Jess, what do you think The Secret's about?
I'm going to say it has something to do with maybe like Chinese whispers and maybe like a schoolyard or something.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
George?
I think Dale is in a relationship with whatever Jess's character is.
Okay.
Well, we shouldn't know the character names.
True.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
what do you mean?
So
Well,
before we
it just
guess,
depends on the
we
title.
should
know nothing.
Oh, so I shouldn't
Yeah,
have told you
it
the
should-
title. Okay, sorry.
for next time.
in future Screenplay Sundays,
Yeah.
maybe if I don't know.
I think Dale's been feeding Jess meat sausages when she's actually a vegan or something like that.
Sounds
Okay, great.
Okay, and
It's
Ryan?
It's not a great story, but
I reckon it's gonna be a fictionalized version of a truth that Josh you're revealing to someone
What does that
that's
mean?
reading. So I reckon something's happened and there's a secret and you're using fake character names to come clean about something.
That is great.
Okay, perfect. And great. Any questions before we get started, guys? Or will George get straight into it? Great.
I think
Go
we're
ahead.
good.
Yep.
All right. Interior, a local Nando's. dusk.
Can you just do the title? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And make sure you emphasise his name. When you say his name, really give it something.
And don't forget the address and phone number.
Yeah, sure. Everyone, welcome to the table read of The Secret, written by Josh Janssen. Address and phone number unknown. Interior, a local Nando's, dusk. Dale, 40, and Wendy, 38, sit down at a table.
Harsh.
Dale slides into the booth seat, with Wendy taking the seat across from him.
I bought a jet ski.
What are you talking about?
You know, the other day when we went to Bunnings, Burnings. Yeah, the other day when we went to Burnings.
Yes.
Remember I said to you we should really look at getting a trailer?
I thought that was weird.
Well, that's why.
Why you bought a jet ski?
No, it's why I was looking at the trailers.
The phone rings.
Sorry, I need to get this. Yeah, mate, I did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, sit down. 213, Sea-Doo, GTI. Yep. Mate, you're the fucking king of the lake. Yeah, I'm just happy to be part of it now. Yep.
Dale, if you don't explain what's going on, I'm going to lose my shit.
Dale cups the phone as if he's trying to block his phone microphone from his from his mate on the other end.
Babe, don't make a scene, right? Get excited, all right? Can you go and grab some peri-peri, please?
No, I cannot.
Wendy, enraged, grabs her purse and walks out of the Nando's. She takes 2 steps out of the restaurant before being greeted by a salesperson dressed as a hot dog. Exterior, shopping strip, magic hour. The hot dog is 30-year-old Samantha. Samantha holds a stack of pamphlets.
How about a free hot dog?
Not today, hot dog.
Wait, sorry, can we?
They're free.
Sorry, can we just go back a little bit?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Picking that up from How About a Free Hot Dog. Samantha is right in Wendy's face.
Not today, hot dog.
They're free, and we're in a recession. Also, you're going to need all the help you can get with your hubby's new purchase.
I beg your pardon?
The jet ski?
How do you know about the jet ski? We were having a private conversation.
I was at the charity event the other night. Dale's the talk of the town.
Dale exits the Nando's, walking straight into the conversation.
G'day, Captain.
Oh, hey, Samantha. I didn't realise you were working at the hot dog grill.
Sure am. It's great fun. The costume is comfy and I get $20 an hour.
Can I speak to Wendy privately, please?
Dale gently grabs Wendy by the arm, walking along the strip of shops. A fish and chip shop, then a real estate agency, followed by a bakery. They arrive at the corner where a busker is yodeling. Yodelay, yodel, yodelay, yodelay. Thank you. One dude is standing there clapping.
Well done. That was mesmerising.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry, Wendy, give me a second. This young man deserves something.
Dale grabs out a big fat leather wallet, pulls out a stack of $100 notes, and proceeds to count out loud, and he gives the cash to the busker.
1, 2, 300, 4.
Dale, what are you doing?
Being one of the most generous guys in town, by the looks of things.
You're too kind, mate. Nah, I was giving back.
Dale, we have no money. What are you doing? You just lost your job and now you're burning through the last dollars to our name.
Well, if that's true, it's a bit silly. If this isn't coming out of your splurge account, mate, you should probably reconsider.
The busker quickly puts the cash in his pocket.
Okay, guess it's about time I explain myself. I know I lost my job the other month, but it's not the whole story.
Dale, you're scaring me. I don't know whether to be crying with happiness or sadness.
Oh, I haven't been completely honest with you. I did me tax return the other day with our new accountants, Future Advisory.
Yes?
Well, it turns out that, we aren't taking full advantage of our previous year's claims.
And
So remember last year we got around 1,500 quid back? Well, this year, thanks to me charitable purchase of the jet ski at the fundraiser, we were able to get a much bigger return.
what are we talking?
You're probably going to want to sit down.
Wendy sits down at the bench where the busker is now sitting, counting his cash.
Wendy, my tax return this year is well over $1,700. Bracket sick. Wow.
Wow. That was great.
Wow.
Good one.
Few spelling errors,
Tense.
wrong there's, wrong,
That's okay. I shouldn't have pointed it out.
First impressions, what do we think?
Ryan, I loved your choice to go with the accent. I think
Yes.
that really set the tone straight
It
away.
fucking threw me. I couldn't deal.
It
Really well read.
felt right in the moment. It felt right. Thanks for
You
going
sound
with
like
it,
Russell
everyone.
Brand. I think that because that's what
Yeah,
I was
okay.
envisioning the whole time.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is that what you were going for,
God,
Ryan?
Russell Brand's really taken a dive.
So, I mean, first thoughts, Ryan, for someone who's probably got the most amount of professional experience in this space. Does it seem
Well,
like something that you could read at a table read?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of you want to know more about the characters, but I think it's a nice little moment. It's a good, you got the. I think I like the tension between you want to find out what's going on, why is Dale doing this, so that's I think it's great. You want to have some level of mystery in a script, I guess, and you want to keep reading to find out what's going on. Why is what will Wendy think when she finds out whatever's going on? Yeah, I think it's great.
Tony, did you have a favourite line that stood out to you in the script?
I can't go past my tax return this year is well over $1,700 at the end. That was huge.
Such
for
a
me.
twist. Yeah.
It was. And I was happy to know that my on-screen husband is actually making that much dough, obviously. So that for me, and also not now hot dog.
Yeah.
Josh, I really like the integration of previous clients and current clients.
Sure.
Yep. That's
Yeah, I
always
just
nice.
thought like if future advisory, great accounting firm, we're on a retainer with them. If they could help us out, that'd be awesome. I mean,
They might get you the jet ski, Josh.
Yeah, I mean,
They
it
may
would
get
be
you the
great.
jet ski.
And the detail. I don't know if you guys know, but that's like an actual, like when he's talking about the Sea-Doo GTI, like that's all legit sort of.
I did like the Sea-Doo
Yeah, you've
reference.
clearly
I
done your
did think
research.
I did think the GTI. I didn't know if that was you just heard that them talking about a Golf or a Nissan.
No,
And you've just
I
thrown in
actually,
GTI.
I did research. Like,
That's good.
if you guys look at this, do you like if I said I did that in 45 minutes, would you guys be shocked?
nah.
I think that's impressive.
No.
I think that's impressive.
Probably assume it was less time.
I mean,
Well, the only thing I would say is like to do that in 45 minutes means that you kind of have to just trust. You just have to kind of keep going. You can't really you don't have much time to kind of go back and change things. You got to just go on the trajectory that you've chosen.
well, the tax return was a decision at the end, so I was doing it as I knew that he got a jet ski. I didn't know why he got the jet ski, and and so it was just I'd gotten to the point where they'd walked out. I knew I was in trouble once I started saying the details about them passing the fish and chip shop, the real estate agency. Like I knew that I was in trouble at that point.
You'd really
Where
got
are they
me
gonna
there.
stop? And then I'm also trying to work out how do I incorporate other characters. And so,
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was wondering why Wendy walks out of Nando's but then is greeted by a hot dog. Like,
because they're at a shopping strip and like there's, you've got a new hot dog grill that's just opened down the street and,
Of course.
and so they're
the
sort of
Kranksky
putting the
place.
pressure. They're putting the pressure on sort of the bigger establishments.
No, this
Did
is
you
great.
consider other Did you consider other hot dog restaurant names before you landed on the hot dog grill, or was that straight up?
It came pretty naturally, to be honest.
Yeah, okay.
It's good.
Yeah.
So Ryan, when you're writing a script, do you have, say, the constraints to this are we need 5 characters? Are you setting out the characters, or do you start with a couple and then you're sort of throwing ones in there?
Yeah, you always, people say that you want to, like, story comes from character.
Mm-hmm.
So people often say that it's important to establish your characters first, because if you know what sort of person Samantha is before you put her in the script, you're going to know exactly how Samantha's going to react, and you're going to know why she's going to react like that. So the idea usually is, from what I know, it's like the characters kind of choose the direction of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, so if you have written your 5 characters, then your story can kind of be almost decided by them, because like in any sitcom, you think of like Friends, for example, the sitcom, it's like how every single one of those characters are going to react to any certain situation, because they're so defined, and that sort of is how that sort of helps you figure out where a story could go. So one thought I did have though,
you go right.
As ongoing, and this might be too hard because it requires it, or maybe not. I'll just say it. So what you could do is you could go next Sunday, episode 2 is a continuation of this story.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Because it leaves you wanting more.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, and someone else writes it. So it's like, who, like Tommy writes the next, or whoever writes the next one. And you can use all or none of those characters, but it has to be a continuation of that story in some way.
Well, the good thing is, like, I could imagine even having guest appearances. So, like Jason, our accountant from Future Advisory, we could get him on to play himself.
You're really leaning on that.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think that could be. I mean, I think he would do quite well. But then the question becomes, someone else is going to be playing Dale, and so
that's okay.
Sort of. You're fine with that?
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
They have to do the
like
accent now.
that's almost. Well, they have to do the accent. That's true, because he's British now.
Like,
but that's kind of part of the fun, I think.
Could Simon and Samantha actually be in a relationship? And so I like to busk. Oh no! Who's the busker?
I'm the busker.
So the busker is named Busker.
Okay, the busker's name is Busker, and Simon.
Simon's
what was
just
his
watching the busker? Yeah,
an onlooker.
I panicked.
Yeah,
so Busker's
you threw
name
Simon
is
in there
Busker,
to give Tommy some lines.
Yeah, so who is Simon then?
So Simon is just a guy that was on the street that was sort of being able to provide a level of interest in the scene, and sort of he got the splurge line, which was one of the best out of the bunch. And
the link between, like, the link of who he was, just because he came in with a name, you'd think you'd have more to him. Like the busker, I felt, had a clear vision of who he was.
Sure. Well, the busker was also
like a potential
reading the big print, wasn't he?
I want to know why. Like, if I was thinking of future episodes, there's already so many things set up. Like, there's so many things that you could, like, if you were writing the next episode, you could take it down so many different paths.
It could all be about the fish and chip shop.
Yeah, you could do a flashback episode. You could flash back to when Dale was a child and had a jet ski as a child, and then he crashed it, and he's dealing with this PTSD. Whatever. There's so many things. Or you can add so many different characters. It'd be so much fun.
Could we have it that Dale actually was in a accident as a kid? He was born an Australian boy, and he had an accident when he was 14 and became an English spoken, like an English. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I love that. Like, he became Russell Brand, a Russell Brand sounding guy.
Because
it's at 14.
I'm imagining it's sort of in a bit of a country town as well. So I think that
I pictured that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I
close.
I was picturing by the beach, to be completely honest.
That's a really good. Maybe it's Port Melbourne. How do we feel?
No,
There's
I reckon
Nando's on
Rose
Bay Street, but it's a bit further up off the water. If we're
Rosebud, something like Safety Beach,
oh, yeah.
definitely down the coast.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Yeah, but it also could be a completely fictional town, you know?
Nah. Non-fiction.
Nah, stupid. Stupid.
Why would you
Some
do that?
ideas are bad in a brainstorm.
Any final thoughts, guys? I mean, Jess, this is very new to you. I don't even think you would have done sort of theatre in school. How does it?
No, I did.
are
I
you-
did drama all the time. I did
really?
a NIDA course.
You did a NIDA course.
Whoa.
I know. You wouldn't
Jeez.
know it, would
Josh, you couldn't
I
be
know.
more wrong.
So you're a performer.
Yeah, I used to love drama, and then I think Mum talked me out of it, to be honest, because I probably wasn't that good.
Or is it the
but,
jet ski accident that got you out of it?
We'll never know. Yeah. There you
Oh,
go.
that's
And now I
cool.
couldn't think of anything worse than getting up on stage.
Really? Well, because I think that there could be something, maybe Screenplay Sunday and the Daily Talk Show could do a collab where we do episode 1000, we do the season finale with the Dale character, and maybe Ryan, you could play Dale
You
for
could
the
reprise
final
your role.
ep.
Yeah, but I don't have to wait till the final ep to come back. Jeez, I can come back as if I'm doing anything.
Ryan's coming back next week.
No, I love
it.
this.
I want to find out what happens.
So is
I like
everyone going to get final? Like, the only thing is, how does
Ooh, yeah,
you know
okay.
you know what I'm going to say?
That's
Ryan.
why I reckon you got to get off Final Draft. I reckon there's an app called Scrivener, and I think that's free.
The Scrivener's paid as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
That used
yeah.
to be free.
Can you
It's
cancel?
about
Okay.
$40, I think.
Can't
Well,
we
in
just
that
copy
case,
and paste this into something else?
Can't you just like
Into-
share the license around or something?
Oh yeah, we could do something like that.
Can I just write and just do it in Word and shoot it to you and you just
No.
input it?
No.
Because I'll spend half the time trying to
Yeah.
fucking
No, it's
work
really
out.
easy. Like, that's what's beautiful about that. Like, it gets very quick. Like, I did
Yeah.
that all in
It's
45
It's true though.
minutes.
I mean, it is a bit of a restriction to some people that they'll have to figure out how to use the app and write the script.
I think there's a Google Doc plugin, like a Chrome plugin or something, I'm sure that we could use. But let's take that offline. I think
Yeah.
that we had a
No, I
lot of
love this.
momentum and I'm feeling good about it all. Anything else? You've said Screenplay Sundays a couple of times, which pains me. It's screenplaysunday.com is the address. We
Yeah.
But-
spoke about that
Yeah.
a lot. Yes.
But it's also, there's no such thing as, I mean, Sundays will be the collective. This is Screenplay Sunday on the day that we're doing it. So I stand by Screenplay Sunday.
Well,
going
another thing
forward-
we talked about, Josh. Oh, sorry, GB, go.
No, go on. I think we're going to say the same thing.
Well, I'd be surprised.
Why don't you?
I'm currently shitting myself. Is that what you're gonna say? No, I was going to suggest because Josh, we talked about doing a sort of a Trop Festy thing as well, where there has to be an item included each week. There's a new item that the writer has to include somewhere. So.
Yes.
If this week it was a hot dog, for example, then you would have put the hot dog in. Like next week could be like a hammer or whatever.
I think that's
Yeah.
great.
And
And
then-
so
I
who
love
should
that
we
a
get
lot.
to write the next one?
All right. I
Aaron
think
Sorkin
Oh
would
yeah,
be good.
yeah, Aaron would be great. But Jess, I like that
Yeah.
idea. Now that we know that you're heavily involved in the industry and you're
Ex-drama.
sort of a
NIDA alumni.
yeah secret boss, I think that would be great. Okay.
done.
And so does the guest
That's
bring on
exciting.
the item? Like whoever we've got on next week.
Does it have to be an item? Can it be a dress up?
I mean, dress up's very
No, 'cause then
specific.
it'd be-
There's something in a sound effect. I do like the idea of giving GB the responsibility of because you've got a soundboard there, GB. You could have one sound effect that is chosen before the day, and you have to pick the right time to play that one's just to up
Yeah, I
the
like that.
production value.
Yeah,
That's
like
great.
Okay.
Love it.
All right. Well, that's Screenplay Sunday. Thank you for joining us. If you would like to find out more, you can go to the Instagram account. It is Screenplay Sunday. You can also send us an email, hi@screenplaysunday.com. Thank you to all of the guests for today. Thank you, Tony. Thanks, Tommy. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, GB. And thank you, Ryan. Without you guys, I think I could do it on my own, but I think it's good having everyone involved. And so
No, I've been a huge fan of the podcast for a while, so it's really nice to finally get on Screenplay
The
Sunday.
first episode.
I know, Tony.
You're a fucking liar.
The banter is great. We'll see you next week for Screenplay Sunday. Have a good one, guys. Bye.